Target and picked up the cheapest mouse and keyboard setup that I could. Now we're here in Modern Warfare. I've been playing a few games, so I think I can tell you my opinions on it. I'm going to show you how it works and tell you what I think. If you blindly put somebody in front of this and had them play it, they would think they were playing on PC. Of course, this is on console, so you're not going to be getting those graphical changes. You're not going to be knocking that field of view out and playing at 144 hertz, but it feels really good. And if we come here in the options menu, it's not a bad place to be. You can change your sensitivity, you can change your aim down sight sensitivity, you can even invert it. There's mouse acceleration, filtering, and smoothing, which I don't use, but that's there if you want to use that. So you got a good bit of options, and I believe you can even remap some of the keys on your keyboard if you'd like to do that. The reason I picked up this cheap Logitech set for under like 30 bucks is because for some reason my Corsair keyboard and mouse doesn't want to play nice with my PS4. That being said, I still think this cheap setup still feels pretty good. When you compare it to using a controller, it's still a night and day difference. And I'm glad that these are supported too, because that means if somebody was just wanting to try this out but not spend a lot of money on some high-end keyboard that they don't really need, they could still get a good experience out of it. And if you were wondering if this was difficult at all to get up and running on your PS4, it's not. It's simply just plug and play. You put it through the front USB ports and you're good to go, if your keyboard's actually supported. I'm assuming this might be a one-off issue with me. I'm not sure if it's just because of the type of features my keyboard has, or if it's just Corsair keyboards or what, but hopefully that'll be a non-issue for most of you. I think this is especially good for people who are interested in maybe doing some PC gaming, but they weren't too sure about how it feels, or they wanted to get used to it first. I think this is a great option, because honestly, when I start getting into it, I completely forget I'm even on the console at all, because it just feels so natural. And you can see here, I'm moving around really easily. If I want to aim here, and then snap over to here, then snap over to here, I can do that very easily. Oh, somebody's behind me. I can just jerk my mouse right there and make these little incremental changes that you just can't do on a controller. And I would say that's the main reason you would want to take advantage of this. Now you're probably wondering, are there special like keyboard matches only or something? Do you have to set this up in the lobby before you start a game? And to answer that, no, it's very straightforward. You can hot swap it at any time. You can see I'm playing on the keyboard right now, and I can just simply go into the options here with the controller. Where's it at in the menu? Right here by controller, I just select that, and now I'm playing with the controller. Just as easy. So I believe this is going to be multi-platform, which I think is really good, because the PC community, you would think would be the best platform to play it on. It always has the smallest amount of players. So like 6 months into the game's launch, you might have 4,000 people on PC. So it's really good that people are going to be able to play on different consoles and platforms. I don't remember if PC is going to be cross-platform, but I would assume it is, seeing as there's keyboard support. Okay, back to the keyboard. The thing about crossplay is that if you're playing with a controller, you're getting that aim assist. If you're playing with a mouse and keyboard, you don't care about aim assist. And if for some reason you're playing on console and you're using a controller and you think a mouse and keyboard has an advantage, well then you have the option to plug one in and use it yourself. The sky is the limit, and I think that's really good. That's a really good step in the right direction for COD, at least. I like the keyboard movement because I feel like you can kind of just do this little drifting side to side and play a little more aggressive when you want to. I just stuck that bitch. And that's just something you can't really do with a controller. I mean, I guess you could if you were good with it and you played claw, but I'm sure in crossplay you may have the ability to turn off whether you want to play with PC players or not, but I think as far as people using keyboard and mouse in the same lobby with controllers, I'm assuming that's always going to be a thing unless they make some kind of restriction to it. I'm pretty sure it's going to stay like that. You can see we're in the pregame lobby here, and there's 3 of us with mouse and keyboard right now and 5 other people with controllers, which is pretty interesting. It shows you that people want to play with keyboard and mouse. It works pretty good. Bonus tip, you can still use your controller as a headphone jack if you need to and play with the mouse and keyboard. In my case, I have to because my dumbass monitor, for some reason, won't play audio through the headphone jack. In conclusion, I wholeheartedly recommend you give the Modern Warfare beta a try with mouse and keyboard because it's pretty good. I'm sorry about the awful ass mic quality in this video. I don't have a stand that would properly help me in videos like this, but if you'd like to support me getting one, there's a Patreon for that. Thank you, Exeat. If you got any questions or you'd like to see more Modern Warfare beta stuff, drop it in the comments, and I hope to see you in the next one. Thank you for visiting the channel. It's been T, and I'm out.